Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sky Lounge, and this is Cruise Peruse episode number 69. And boys and girls, what a wonderful way to start off a Friday morning by announcing the Golden State Warriors have finally been defeated by the Toronto Raptors 114-110 in Game 6, leading and beating the Warriors in 6 games in a series that they won 4-2. Now, there's so many things to dissect. There are so many things to dissect, but I want to talk about Klay Thompson real quick, because unlike Kevin Durant, who was rushed out by a panicked Steve Kerr, Klay Thompson played to the best of his abilities. And unfortunately, last night on a bad landing on a 3 attempt, I believe it was a 2 attempt or a 3 attempt, I forget. Klay lands awkwardly, looked like he popped something, and, around the 4th quarter, after the game, the worst possible news came out. Klay Thompson had a ACL injury, most likely putting him out for a majority of the next season, which is really unfortunate, because the dynamic of that game was in the favor of the Golden State Warriors with Klay on the floor. Klay, up to that point, had 20 some odd points, and as soon as he got injured, he's hobbling off, but he has to make those 2 free throws that he got fouled on. And it wasn't the foul that got him injured, it was a awkward landing, but he makes those 2 free throws, goes back in the locker room, gets assessed, and sure enough, he has an ACL injury. So Klay goes off after shooting 30 points in 3 quarters. And again, this was such a phenomenal offensive night for Klay, and it just bad luck on the part for the Warriors, and really unfortunate for the player himself. Obviously Klay was going to be an up-and-coming free agent. More than likely, I felt like Golden State was going to re-sign him, because, dude, it's a Splash Brothers. You have to sign Klay. That's your identity as a franchise, in my opinion. I know Steph, but Klay has also been the fucking, brother in arms with Steph. The guy right next to him all throughout the way. So it's really unfortunate that we get to see that, despite the fucking miraculous happening that was yesterday. Because, listen, boys and girls, with less than, actually, it was about 9 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. Okay, this was full on just, I was freaking out. I'm not gonna lie, I was freaking out. The score was 111-110, I believe. And Danny Green, who was being defended by Draymond Green, funny enough, unfortunately gets pressured, and he tries to pass the ball out to Siakam, but it goes out of bounds. A really frantic throw in the worst possible moment. And the craziest part is this: with about 9 seconds left on the clock, Warriors take the ball. Lots of dribbling, lots of goal, lots of crazy action happening. And Steph attempts a 3-ball. And misses. The score at 111-110. Steph misses the 3. And I'm not gonna lie, I was blown away at the fact that he missed that 3. Usually a slight opening like that for Steph, he makes it. He makes it on the fucking dot. And for him to not make it, and the ball just flailing out of control near the half court, Warriors get a technical. Actually, Toronto shoots a technical. Kawhi making that basket, and I believe it was a layup they were going for with like barely a second or so left, and he gets the foul. So that's a 3-point fucking. That's a 3-point. I want to say attempt. Those are the 3 points right there. That's what I'm trying to say. So 114-110. And then it was 0.9 seconds. So, boys and girls, like, my details a little fuddled up, but the whole point is, Steph missed a 3. Toronto shoots 3 free throws, and with 0.9 seconds left, Warriors inbound the ball, clock runs out, and the Toronto Raptors are your NBA champions. I honestly can't believe I'm saying that. Seriously, Toronto. I've said this before, and I'm willing to say this again. Congratulations. Congratulations. Sincerely from the bottom of my heart, congratulations to Canada. Congratulations to Toronto, because you guys have been tortured for years. And I don't even need to fucking say that. You guys have lived it. You guys have lived it. And you know what? It's crazy to think after 24 fucking years, nearly 25 years, that the Toronto Raptors have climbed the mountain and reached the ultimate prize and claimed it. And, you know, Kawhi Leonard obviously wins the MVP. Not even a debate. Not even a fucking debate. Although he wasn't the high-scoring machine last night. He was just a clinical free throw shooter, which makes all the difference in the world, boys and girls. It absolutely does. And Lowry just going off for 16 points in the first quarter. I mean, unbelievable shit, because this guy was shooting 4 out of 4 field goals in the first 3 minutes. Kyle Lowry was unbelievably impressive last night, and along with him was Pascal Siakam, who was just unreal. Kid from Cameroon, just believe it's Cameroon, boys and girls, if you can fact check me on that. He looked fantastic when they were putting him up against Boogie or Kayvon Looney, or even, I believe at one point they had Draymond switch up on him, or it might have been Steph, I can't remember. But despite the fact that Danny Green went 0 points throughout the entire fucking game, Marc Gasol. But hey, a Gasol brother now has a fucking ring, all right? Both Gasol brothers have fucking rings now. But Marc Gasol being an almost non-factor, except for his, again, great free throw shooting, relatively speaking. The Toronto Raptors just had this complete team effort. You know, Serge Ibaka doing his business. Fred VanVleet with some amazing three-pointers. And, you know, the whole thing becomes this. I truly believe the Toronto Raptors earned this championship. They fucking earned this championship. And the whole thing is now, you know, the way they won it on the road 3 times in a row, it's going to be fucking underrated. It's going to be understated. It's going to be discounted by these fucking salty-ass Warriors fans who are going to say, oh, if they weren't injured. Injuries are part of the fucking playoffs, you fucks. Hey, guess what? Remember how you won your fucking 2015 ring? Kevin Love was out. Kyrie was out. That bench for the Cleveland Cavaliers was fucking abysmal. You had Matthew Dellavedova, who was their best fucking player. What the fuck are you even talking about, Golden State? You guys won in the same fucking way. So shut the fuck up. And listen, take that fucking L. Take that fucking L. Lying the fuck down with cum on your fucking back. Because y'all motherfuckers are saying all this shit right now. Oh, if KD wasn't injured, well, if Kerr didn't rush KD and KD didn't comply like a fucking moron that he is, well, maybe the dynamic of this fucking franchise and this fucking series would have been different. Oh, if Klay wasn't injured, yeah. Klay getting injured is an unlucky and unfortunate circumstance, but the reality of Game 6 was Klay was carrying you guys. He was the only fucking factor in that game. And yeah, would it have made a difference? I think so, but at the same time, you look at what the Warriors were doing on the floor, it was abysmal. Turnovers out the fucking ass, poor defensive plays, just unbelievable levels of choking in defensive positions. Letting Fred VanVleet get those nice open threes down the stretch in the fourth quarter, yeah. You think Klay ruined your chances? No, you ruined your own chances. All right. And listen, Warriors fans, from the rest of the NBA, there's no sympathy. There's no fucking sympathy here. You fuckers have all of this shit coming. All right? Those 5 trips to the NBA Finals, you know, all those fucking rings that you got, the 3 in the last 5 years. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Because guess what? Your future is bleak. Your future is fucking bleak. If you look at that salary cap situation right now for the upcoming season, guess what? If you have KD sticking around, that's $31 million in dead cap space money, relatively speaking, because KD's Achilles injury is going to leave him out for an almost fucking entire season. And Klay Thompson's injury, despite the fact that he's an impending free agent, that's what? He's going to be out till like what, February, probably March? What are you going to fucking do, Warriors? Who's your best player? Steph. Yeah, Steph. You got Steph. You probably still got Iggy. You probably still do. Then what? Boogie signed for a year. I believe Kayvon Looney's contract's running out. And honestly, dude, Steph's fucking extension kicks in next year. $40 million. Now, 40 million, 31, that's 70 million right there in 2 fucking players. And like I'm saying right now, your salary cap situation is so fucked. And if you think there's if there's a shred of sympathy for me, take a fucking hike. There's no sympathy here. I'm laughing my ass off. Steve Kerr panicked. Steve Kerr, to me, in my eyes, absolutely panicked this series, and he just threw bodies at what he can. Because he knew damn well nobody was 100%. Nobody in that roster was 100%. To be in the finals was just fortuitous circumstance for the Warriors, in my opinion. And, you know, in Game 6, despite the fact that you had players, you know, have, you know, getting all these stat numbers, again, you know, you could talk about Draymond Green getting that triple-double, but you can also talk about how he was 2 fucking turnovers away from a quadruple-double. And so these are when numbers go against you, kids. And so Golden State Warriors fans, seriously, stop arguing. Take the fucking L. I can't fucking deal with you guys right now, okay? You fuckers just got to take that L. And seriously, like, what fucking excuse are you going to give me at this point? You got none. The last 5 years is enough, all right? No more of this shit. All right, and KD, honestly, dude, this might be the basketball gods just demanding sacrifices. Bodies after bodies after bodies after bodies because of the way you guys won the last 3. Basketball gods, Basketball Jones, do not take just treachery and snake-like behavior lightly, okay? And, you know, the universe is all the better for it. Right? The universe is all about balance, and boy, oh boy. Listen, as a neutral fan, and as a Lakers fan, this is great. Right? It's only great because this is the one thing that the Lakers fans can cling on to for dear life, because we are just fucking terrible now. The last team to three-peat, the Lakers. Yeah, we're the last team to three-peat. It hasn't happened yet. 2014 Miami Heat? Nope. 2019 Golden State Warriors? Nope. And it's all in the hands, or shall I say, the claw of Kawhi Leonard, who, again, absolutely deserves that MVP. The guy, let me tell you something about Kawhi Leonard. The guy has been through hell the last 2 years, okay? From his tenure at the San Antonio Spurs, after he wins Finals MVP, defeating LeBron James, and then Zaza Pachulia, stepping on his having the fucking nerves to intentionally injure a player in the Western Conference Finals. You know, the road to recovery for Kawhi was immensely difficult, right? San Antonio had just deferring reports on Kawhi's health. Kawhi's personal doctor was saying he wasn't 100%, so he sat out. And I know San Antonio fans, a lot of San Antonio fans were giving him shit, like guys like Skip Bayless, who is a fucking cocksucker. You're a goddamn certified cocksucker, dude, if you really think Kawhi was just faking injury. Because I forget the actual name of the injury, but I understand that it was severely serious. And for him to sit out was for the benefit of his own future. his own potential earnings in millions. So San Antonio fans who are selfishly saying that, oh, I can't believe he fucking pussied out. No. He feels like he got backstabbed by a fucking organization that he puts his heart and soul into. And with getting a second recommendation and second look, he figured out that I'm not going to play for this organization that kind of treats me like shit. And good on him. Good on him to do that. And so the trade happens for him and DeMar DeRozan. And at that time, you know, I made a video on Instagram and I said, oh, Kawhi's going to come to LA. At this point, I'm willing to admit I'm very wrong. I'm very wrong because I believe he's going to stay in Toronto. And Kawhi just going into Toronto with all the doubters, with all the memes, you know, for him to overcome all the bullshit, all the criticisms, all the doubt, and to get to the pinnacle of where he was 5 years ago again, to dismantle an empire, to dismantle a potential three-peat, and to claim what is rightfully his, it's just unbelievably impressive. And the crazier thing too, boys and girls, he's only 27. Kawhi Leonard is only 27. And you know what? You know what's brilliant about this? I sincerely hope he is going to be the face of basketball now. Not LeBron James, not KD, Kawhi Leonard. The quiet guy who does his job, who puts his head down, just grinds out. And yeah, he might be a bit emotionless, a little robotic, but he's a human being who went through just the worst fucking things as an athlete, but came back alive and came back guns a-blazing. And I'm so happy for him. Because some of these shots he was taking, it just reminded me of Kobe Bryant. And my heart just melted when I saw some of the stuff he was doing. And again, just completely, absolutely deserved, unequivocally 100% that MVP for Kawhi Leonard. And again, I know Warriors fans are going to be salty. They're going to say all this shit about, injuries, boo fucking ho, Klay, KD, Looney, yada, yada, yada. But again, three-peats are extremely difficult. The physicality of trying to three-peat with almost the same roster is damn near improbable. And again, in this day and age, it is difficult. It really is difficult. I don't know why. I don't know why compared to the last three-peats. You know, the Bulls twice, Lakers once. But it is crazy that the dynasty has finally fallen. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Fuck you, Warriors, in the butt. Seriously, I'm so fucking glad you fuckers lost. Your fucking arrogance from the fans, it's just disgusting and toxic. The fucking sheer arrogance I was hearing from Warriors fans throughout this entire playoff series, I was just thinking, wow, I hope you guys get what's coming to you. And the arrogance that I'm hearing post-loss is just, shut the fuck up, take the L, because your team is going to be in for a rough fucking ride. And I hope they are. Because 5 years of just fucking the league. Actually, let's be honest. They've been fucking the league the last 3 years. With the addition of KD. Right? So, take that fucking L. Hope you guys don't fucking come back for a long time. I really hope you don't. Because by fucking God, we need somebody new in the West. I fucking cannot stand seeing those fucking blue and yellow fucking jerseys. In the fucking finals. Every fucking June, I gotta see that shit. Oh, then why don't you stop them? Circumstance and happenstance, baby. Alright? Look at those fucking appearances. Look at those wins. And I'm just saying. As much as you fucking Warriors fans are talking about fucking what ifs, also reverse that shit to yourselves. What if? Okay? Again, as a Lakers fan, I'm just sitting here this morning, smiling, laughing, because I won me a bit of money. Not too much, Placed a bet on the Raptors to win the series 4-2. Actually, I had another ticket for 4-1, but they blew that. But regardless, they won the series 4-2. And so, take that fucking L. Hope you guys don't fucking come back for a long time. I really hope you don't. Because 5 years of just fucking the league the last 3 years. With the addition of KD. Right? And so, from one Lakers fans to the rest of the NBA, if indeed anybody is watching, I just say this: fuck the Warriors. The empire is done. And I truly hope we get a rise to a new power dynamic, perhaps new rivalries in the NBA Finals, because this was a blast to watch a franchise lift their first ever franchise title. You know, and this has happened the second time in the last few years. You know, you also had the Cleveland Cavaliers do this a couple years ago. Now you got the Toronto Raptors. So franchises that are in misery are winning, and the Warriors losing means everybody wins. So boys and girls, follow me at the Sky Lounge and all the links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily contents. Fuck off.